Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is an amazing, incredible day today. I don't know why I say that every day, but I get so excited about my mornings. This morning I woke up early. I like 4 something this morning, and I said, I'm not going to be distracted, but I got so much done because my mind was just racing when I woke up. And so, and then I was excited about today because yesterday I was on somebody else's podcast. It was in New York and they wanted to go early, and it kind of just messed up my routine a lot. And I was kind of, after the podcast, I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Because I missed and had to go back and do some of my routine. So I'm excited about today because the day allows me to just get back into our routine. I missed my routine, and I only missed like 10 minutes of it or 15 minutes of it, but it just kind of just threw me off. All right, so this morning, let's start out with our breathing. I will hit on to our breathing. We're going to breathe big giant belly breaths today. Just slow down a little bit. We're going to focus on our gratitude, our intention for today. There we go. It's already starting to feel focused a little bit. Get to wake up on purpose. What does that mean, wake up on purpose? I guess it means wake up with an intention of what today's going to bring. Notice I said intention as we take our deep breath in. I didn't say schedule. And I think somebody or some folks think if I'm waking up on purpose, First thing is I got to do is I got to check my schedule. I mean, there are things that obviously we have to tie ourselves to, and appointments that we make and connections that we make. But I hope you're leaving margin in your day. We talked about in our devotional a couple of days ago, our margin in there for things that might happen. People we might need to be with, people we need to spend extra time with. Last night I was doing my trust presentation and then training that I do at every Wednesday night. And I was at Panera because I don't have enough time to get back from practice to be able to do that and still be sitting right here at my desk. So I stopped at Panera on the way right after practice, and I saw somebody who had some Young Life stuff, and I'm part of Young Life still. And I just went over there and started a conversation. We had about 15-minute, really good conversation. Never met the guy. His name was Kendall. But he's been doing Young Life for 30 years. I've been doing Young Life for 20-some years. I mean, he's been a volunteer for 30 years. What a great conversation. Hope you got your water ready, because when we finish these breaths, we're going to hydrate. What are you thankful for today? I gotta figure these glasses out. Some days I can read perfectly well with them. Some days I need to take them off. I don't know what the deal is. Just blood sugar in the morning. They're cheaters anyways. Am I supposed to wear glasses? Got glasses. I had LASIK. Let's do 3 more. It's 1. Breathe in. It's 2. 1 last big one. Breathe in. All right, grab your first glass of water. Of course, we are hydrating before we caffeinate. We're attaching through our first portion here, our right brain and our left brain, so that we get our whole brain, right? Because that is the goal, is that our whole brain works together. All right, let me put our devotional up on stage here. We are on day 64, and I thought I thought rest was weakness. On the 7th day, God rested. First part of the first book of the Bible, Genesis, 2nd chapter, 2:2. Our grounding here is God free me from guilt around rest. It used to be a sign when I would think about it that people say, well, you remember when you were a kid and you're supposed to take a nap, and you go to kindergarten and they have these cots out, and right after lunch or recess or one of those, you get to lay in these cots, and they say be still, and probably within like 2 minutes, every single kid is out. I know I was out when I was in kindergarten. 20 minutes later, I was doing good. I think of other countries like Spain and places where they have siesta, where people go ahead and they rest during the middle of their day. But no, not here in America. It is a sign of weakness if we rest. What I'm learning as I get older is rest is more important than almost anything else. There's about a time in the day when I've gotten up early and we've done our devotional and I've ran around and got a whole bunch of stuff done. And then my body just says, I'm tired. I need rest. Then I take a 20-minute nap and I feel like so rejuvenated to get through the rest of my day.
I remember when I was an athlete, and we would have lunch, and we would, especially when I was in college, I would schedule my classes in the morning because we had practice. I think right around 1:30 we had to show up to practice, and we got like to 1:30 to 3:30. And I can remember like running home after lunch at 11 and just laying on the couch back to my dorm or wherever I was living at the time. And I would take a 20-minute or 30-minute nap before practice. The days that I took a nap are the days that I had the best practices ever, because our body needs rest. Rest is not a weakness. It's actually trust. And I'm not just talking about physical rest. A person who refuses to rest eventually burns out and kind of withdrew from the community altogether. When I was growing up, I would think of like when we went to church, the pastor would be there every Sunday. And then I got to, go to some of the bigger churches and some of the bigger places and realized that the pastors would bring in guest speakers so they could rest. So I used to believe that resting meant I was falling behind. There was always one more thing I could do, one more call, one more message, one more task. But what I didn't see was how exhaustion was shaping me. I was more irritable, less patient, less joyful. I remember hitting a wall, not physically collapsing, but emotionally flatlining. I wasn't inspired. I wasn't creative. I wasn't tired, deep tired anyways. And God used that moment. I guess I was tired. I was very tired, and God used that moment to show me something, even that he rested, right? Not because he needed to recover, but because rest is part of the design. When I began honoring Sabbath or rhythms or resting, I didn't lose momentum. I regained strength. And there's so much strength that comes from rest. I guess the question I would ask for you today is, how are you resting? How have you built rest into your routine? I talk about the routine.live that we do, and all these are up here that we do in the mornings every single day for 30 to 45 minutes. And then we talk about our schedule, and I talk about being present, and I talk about, that you are an answer to somebody else's prayer. Not so that you can fill up your day with all these things, but that you can just be in the presence of when God needs you. But when are you resting? Are you collapsing at midnight? Because exhaustion distorts love. I love that we're talking about this, and we talk about being together and being in community and all these things that I continue to bring your way as options of what you can do your day. But the reality is, when do you get to rest? And what does rest look like for you? Here, in the Europe they call it, I got to take a holiday. Here we talk about vacation. Are you vacationing for 15 to 20 minutes every day? Are you piling everything up for months and then waiting for 2 weeks as if you go somewhere? And then what we do here is we go on vacation. And I don't know if you've ever done this, and you pile a million things into your vacation. I'm going to go to California and I'm going to have vacation, and I'm going to go visit my grandkids for vacation. Really? And call that rest? Well, there's no way that I'm spending every day with my grandkids and playing and doing stuff and then come back and think that I'm more rested. So we really have to pay attention to some of those things. So schedule one intentional rest block. Here's what I would say. Schedule one intentional rest block each week and protect it with your life. There's a hotel right now in the streets called the Gaylord that seems to be close to me. And I love going there and just sit in the rocking chair. Not to do anything, just to rest. So the prayer today is, Lord, teach me to rest without guilt. Teach me to rest without guilt, like I feel like I have to fill my schedule. Make sure I schedule rest into my schedule as well. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to remember to schedule rest, because that's what you have taught us to do. And then the blessing is, may rest restore your strength. May rest restore your strength. So today and tomorrow and for the rest of my life, actually, we're going to go into breathing first because I think that was really good. So I'm going to go in through the nose, out through the mouth. Give me more oxygen before I tackle this next thing. Sometimes it's hard to clear your mind while you're breathing and just be in this moment and not think about things you have to get done. Let's do 3 more. Just try to clear your mind. Try to concentrate on the oxygen going throughout my body. That helps me from being distracted. 2 more. All right, let's drink our water here. We have hydrated before we have caffeinated. Now we're going to jump into our gratitude session. And this is life and health. Thank you for coordination, balance, breath, and digestion and immune strength. Change that up a little bit, right? Thank you for coordination, balance, breath, digestion, and immune strength today. Thank you for helping me see health as leadership capacity. I'm thankful for physical and mental strength. How can I sharpen? I'm thankful for teaching me how I can sharpen my habits and eliminate one weak area today. I'm thankful for my family and relationships. Thank you for generational responsibility, shared growth. I thank you for helping me repair quickly when needed. I'm thankful for the relationship stability, how I can speak into someone's life today. I thank you for my parents and my grandparents and my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids and all the people that are in my life and all the people that I'll interact with today. I'm thankful for the people that I will interact with that I don't even know I'm going to interact with today. Like the gentleman I told you about last night that I just saw at Panera Bread. And then today that I'm going back to Panera Bread this morning to speak with a longtime friend and just spend some time and be in the presence with him today. And I'm thankful, Lord, that you allow me to do that. I'm thankful for provision. Thank you for the opportunity to access all the things I have, the monies, the finances, and the things that you've given me. I thank you for my home. I thank you for my garden. I thank you for my cars and transportation. And I thank you for this beautiful home that we get to get up into every single day, and that I can get out every day and feel safe in my own neighborhood. And thank you for relational stability and how I can speak life into someone. I'm thankful for the provision and opportunity to access and all the things that you've given me, and thankful that you've entrusted me, and then learning how I can maximize one resource today. I'm thank you for allowing me to do that. I thank you for my finances, and thank you for the sustainability and margin, and thank you for helping me avoid impulse decisions today. I'm thankful for financial direction and aligning my financial plan and the things that you've been able to give me and the brain that can understand money, or the people you've put in my life that can help me where I am weak. I'm thankful for the purpose and the impact that you've provided for me in my life and the people that I'll be able to speak with and spend time with, and the leadership and just being intentionality there. And thank you for shaping my calendar. Talked about calendar today and the devotion, and thank you for helping me keep that calendar in a way that allows me to have that margin and have that rest. I'm thankful for the responsibility and influence and how I can elevate my standard in one visible way. And thank you for just my life and being there for me, with me, in ways that I can't even think of or imagine. All right, let's talk about being in the presence of God, right? Today and tomorrow for the rest of my life. And I want to say, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. I love saying that more than once. Dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others today. And so today I'm going to walk in favor. I'm going to put this up so you guys can see this with me. Hopefully you downloaded it and you're doing it. I'll just put it right here. And you're doing it with me and you're saying this with me. So I walk in the favor of God for my health. I walk in the favor of God for my finances. I walk in the favor of God in my business or businesses. I walk in the favor of God in my marriage or my relationships. I walk in the favor of God in my key relationships. I walk in the favor of God in my ministry. I walk in the favor of God with my children. I walk in the favor of God with my grandchildren. I walk in the favor of God in my debt elimination. I walk in the favor of God with my credit and creditors. I walk in the favor of God with my loans and applications. I walk today in the favor of God in my service to others. I walk in the favor of God with my leaders. I walk in the favor of God with my investors. I walk in the favor of God with my mentors and coaches. I walk in the favor of God in my new projects. I walk in the favor of God with my team. I walk in the favor of God with those who work for me, with me this day, paid or volunteer. Today and every day, I will walk in the favor of God, talk in the favor of God, and operate in the favor of God. The favor of God is on my life. Changes for it, the favor of God is on my life. And that changes for me rules, regulations, policies that surrounds me and covers those who are even close to me, with me, around me. It is in every area of my life for the rest of my life. This day, I expect favor. I live favor. I anticipate favor. The time for favor is now, right now, today. Oh Lord, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and help me from harm so that I will be free from pain. All right, let's jump into as a result of being in walking in favor, now I have some affirmations for today. So I will become the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. Let me put the affirmation music on because I'm excited today. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. And I try to be consistent and know that I'm not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I'm connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I wake up on purpose and live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I protect my focus and guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I absolutely make meaningful connections every single day. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. I mean, everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse to be distracted. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift. And everything works out for me because that is the person I've become. Everything works out for me because that is the person that I have become. I live in abundance and there is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance and there is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. And of course, we get to count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. All right, jump to the word of our day. Today's word of today is clarity. I think I'm gonna make this bigger so that you can see it on the screen. There we go. So clarity, let me move to this one here. I put play music up there so I can see it. Clarity is seeing what needs to be done without confusing or excuse. Clarity, we seek clarity all the time because we want to see that what needs to be done. We need to know exactly when to do it, how to do it without confusion or excuse. So many times it's so easy to make an excuse because we're not clear on what we really want. But you know, when you're clear on what you want and you go after it and you spend the time doing it, there's no issue of being what is clear. So I've learned that confusion often hides avoidance. There were times I said, I'm just not sure. When deep down, I already knew the answer. I knew what I was supposed to do. I just didn't like the answer, right? I didn't like what I knew I was supposed to do. But when I stopped seeking endless opinions, isn't that what we do when there's something that we don't like? We start asking other people that will try to agree with us, even though we know we're clear on what we're supposed to do, right? When I stopped seeking endless options and got quiet, clarity surfaced. Clarity doesn't always make decisions easier, but it makes them cleaner. Once I saw clearly, movement became simple. You know, there's a song that Jimmy Cliff sings. I don't know who sang it before, but I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. It's going to be a bright, sunshiny day. I know that you weren't expecting me to sing that today, but I just had to because when you think about clarity, so who in your life, as you're thinking about your connections, can help you see clearly, not just agree with you? Today, I would ask that you find somebody and talk to somebody, especially if you have a decision to make and you want to get an honest opinion and you need some clarity around it. I have a couple people in my life that I call, and they're not the yes people. Then I have a couple people in my life that are the yes people. Yes, I'll tell you, I love it. Right now, I'm working on a validation and I'm calling people up. And if you'd love to be one, let me know. But I got a project that I'm working on where I want to help people excel to the next level. And I put together this program, and now I'm looking for some validation. And when I'm calling people that I know, I don't want them to just to say, oh yeah, this is great. And so what I'm doing is I'm calling people that I don't know and asking them, because I want clarity around that being validated. But if you want to, I'd love to talk to you and walk it through. It's about a 20-minute call that we can do. But once I see it clearly, it became so simple. So today, choose one conversation to be fully present in. Phones down, eyes up. Promise yourself, I'm not sure, don't care what your promise is today, but stop overthinking one decision. Just make would be I suggestion is find one thing to quit overthinking. You know what you're supposed to do. You have clarity around it. Make the decision and move on. But whatever your promise is today, I want you to make it. I want you to write it down, and I want you to do it before you go to bed. We should have 64 different promises that we've made on a daily basis. And now that muscle is building strong for what we're clear about. All right, so now I'm going to pray our prayer for today that tells us that we're not going to settle. We will not settle. Heavenly Father, we make up our minds today. We will experience your best for our lives. We will not settle for small living, small expectations. We will not settle for things getting worse in our lives. Things are getting better for us. Everything in our lives is getting better and better. We will not settle for the way we grew up. You have destined us for greatness. We will not settle for a mediocre life. We choose to receive your blessing. We let go of small expectations. We choose to receive what you have already done for us. We expect goodness and mercy to follow us all the days of our life. We choose today to think big and to renew our minds into heaven's way of thinking. We will speak to the mountains and they will move. Our descendants will be blessed. We will possess the land. We will use big language because you are big language. We will ask big. We will seek big. We will dream big. We will never stop envisioning a better life and dreaming about a better life. Our families being better, our health being better, our purpose being better, our emotions being better, our minds being better, and our finances being better. We refuse to settle for a life that is getting worse. We embrace a life that is getting brighter and brighter, better and better, and stronger and stronger. From glory to glory into the full day, until the day of your return. We give small thinking. We give up small thinking. We expect good things to happen to us every day of our lives. We agree with your way of looking at things. We decide to think bigger every day and to ask for what you said we could ask for. We accept the visions and the dreams that the Holy Spirit has placed within us. We will not be limited by any ceiling, any roof, any wall, any barrier, and any limitations of age, race, color, education, or gender. Nothing will limit us because the unlimited God lives inside us. You are able to do exceedingly abundantly with all that we can ask or imagine according to the power that works within us. And we will let go of a small God and small expectations as we begin to dream bigger dreams, our wildest dreams, believing that you will do exceedingly beyond all of them. This is in your name. Amen, amen, and amen. And so if you enjoyed that prayer today, before we jump into our song of blessing, I just want to let you know that you are God's greatest gift. He loves you if you allow him to. Let him wrap his arms around you like crazy today. Let him just guide your steps in everything that you want. Our steps are ordered. And don't forget you are the answer to somebody else's prayer. So just be aware and attentive that God may use you today in a way that you couldn't even expect. And you have been born for greatness, my friend. And that's because you have the God that's in you that will then help you have a day that's going to be fantastic, wonderful, amazing, and you can't wait to get it done. All right, enjoy the song of blessing today, and just think about you are becoming as you are working on the person that God made you to be. A special person.
Dr.B in the building. We becoming the person now.
If you want to leave a comment, love to have them.
Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that we're living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. Let me call it the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light. 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next step. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
All right, you all have an amazing, awesome, just incredible day today. Don't forget to walk in the favor of God today. His peace shines upon you every day as you move throughout your day. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.